Ready? Welcome to the Rain Project Podcast. This is our 5th episode. Thank you for waiting. Been kind of busy trying to get everything together. But I have a special guest tonight. I have Raphael, aka DJ Word. I call him Raphael. I don't think I've ever called you Word or DJ Word or
You lucky enough to.
I've never done that in my life. Y'all know him as DJ Word. I've never called him that. It's always been Raphael. And, you know.
Or Poppy.
Never.
Daddy.
Never. But he is just my baby daddy, though. Anyhow, Zion stole his face. But that's a whole nother story. But welcome, and tonight we're going to talk about relationships, raising kids in this current environment, dating, remaining somewhat friends while raising kids, let's say that. And what's good on with these social media marriages and relationships and stuff like that. So I'm going to start off by talking about how this even started off. It was brought to my attention. I thought that I never brought drama into our baby mama, baby daddy situation. And he shed to light to me that I did with an ex. But it wasn't my fault though. I had a crazy ex who was very insecure. And whenever there was something going on with my daughter, he had a problem with this one. He had a problem with every man, as a matter of fact. But he had a problem with this one. So he would pop up to my daughter's birthday parties or up to her school if he knew he was going to be there. And he explained to me how that was just straight up wrong. And he didn't know that I was checking him on the back end. But he never got the chance to check me on the front end about it. But I never knew that it was a problem because he never said anything about it. But anyways, so we'll just talk about crazy relationships and things like that, because I just always feel like if you have drama in your baby mama, baby daddy relationship, that means that there's still feelings there. And I feel like I've never had drama, that I've never caused you any drama. I can't even tell you anybody you've ever dated. But you've met everyone I've dated.
You get around.
It ain't that I get around.
You get around?
How I get around?
What you just say.
No. He's never introduced me to anybody. So you've never been in a serious relationship?
No.
You know everybody's going to see this, and the girls that's claiming you going to feel like...
They play us. I'm probably their biggest hoe.
You call me a player.
You're a player too.
I'm not a player.
I was your biggest jump off. I used to work for you.
Nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anywho, how would you describe our relationship? How did we meet?
We met...
Don't confuse me with anyone.
We met, you wanted an autograph. And I was like, yo, I'm tired. No, we met, I was DJing.
No.
We met, I was DJing in the backyard.
Yeah.
And you had dreads.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mr. Dreads for me. Not to find out you were going to cut them. And yeah, I was DJing and we talked. And then the rest is today.
Well, my story on meeting you was you were DJing and you had a whole bunch of girls around you. I'll never forget, because my girl Daytrina sent me a picture of this backyard party. I would never forget this. And you were standing there with your little Gucci flip-flops on,
What?
his little diesel jeans, and
Wow.
all the girls was all around you, and you was pulling your money out your pocket.
I
I said, who is this? Who is this little nigga? I promise
Mind
you.
you, this was 20 years ago.
But
Was
this
it
is
not?
what
Tell
happened.
them
Yeah,
how
it
long ago.
was.
Yeah, tell them how long ago it was.
It was. Zion will be 18, so it was 20
20
years ago.
I
But that's
remember
what
that.
happened.
Diesel jeans?
You had on yes. That was your thing. That was your
The dirty denim diesels? That I put everybody on those dirty
You
denim
did.
diesel. Blacks weren't even going to the diesel store.
You did.
20 years ago.
You did.
I put them on that, and I remember the Prada shoes.
Yep.
The Prada.
Yep.
Nobody was doing that.
Well, you had on Gucci flip flops that day.
Wow.
But
how do you
the
remember
real,
that?
I don't forget nothing. I tell people that all the
Wow.
time. Don't do nothing to me because I will not ever forget it.
Wow, I was fly.
You was flying.
That's per usual.
Okay.
Per usual. This is chili.
This is small shit.
Right.
Okay, this is small shit. Anywho, but yes, that's how we met. And the first time we talked on the phone, I was working for a real estate company doing tax foreclosures. And you were calling me. You don't remember that?
I don't remember. I don't remember your job title.
You were calling me every day, like, I want to come and take you out. I live up north. And I'm like, well, I'm downtown. You like, I want to come take you to lunch.
I said it?
Yes. And you was like, well, I'm up north. You was like, I'm going to get on the train. You took the train downtown and we went and ate tacos. You don't remember that?
What?
I don't remember. I don't forget nothing. Yeah, that's what happened. Yep. I can even tell you, what did I have on that day?
You remember 20 years ago?
Yes. I don't forget anything.
This is deep.
I don't forget anything.
The whole podcast is going to be about this day. 20 years ago. She remember what we ate, and I don't take the train for nobody.
You took the train downtown.
Man.
You took the train downtown.
I took the train for you. That says a lot.
Yeah, and we went to eat at a taco spot that was right across
You
from.
remember the taco?
I'm just telling you.
How
That's
do
what
you know
happened
this?
Because I don't forget anything.
To the day.
To this very day.
To that day, you don't remember. You don't forget nothing about that whole day 20 years ago. I don't remember last week.
That's on you. That's why you easily get caught up. Because you don't remember nothing.
Oh man, she
But
said
me,
flip flop and diesel jeans.
I don't forget anything.
Wow. Well, I usually don't do this. I'm not a social media public guy. I'm a private guy. But she had asked me what sparked my interest was she had said that we don't have no drama. And we don't. And so I know a lot of people who co-parent or not co-parent together have drama. We don't. And only thing I could think of was one incident. The reason why we don't have drama, because somebody has to be mature enough to be the bigger person. And I was, because she did have an ex that would pop up when my daughter had an event, and I would come. He would come, but he had no right to. Their private life is their life. He should intervene with my child. But maybe apparently he thought we were messing around, or she was cheating on him with me, which was not the case. And so I never said nothing. And this was years ago. This was how many years?
Zion, I think the last party was like 6th grade or so.
Right.
No, yeah, 6th grade.
Right. So this was long time ago. So
Because she's a senior now.
So I had said, yeah, but it was this one time. And she was like, what? She was like, you never told me that bothers you. I said, that's why we don't have drama, because I knew that guy was insecure and he was going through some things. And what was it going to do for me to blow up and then argue with her, then make him an enemy? And then my daughter loses out because she sees this and it's dysfunctional. So that's for anyone out there who need any kind of relationship advice, trying to co-parent or even trying to be together 100%. Somebody got to be the bigger person and take the high road and say it's not worth it, it's silly. Evaluate the other person and say, he not all together, he's not all the way there, he got to get right. But my focus is just my child, and leave it there.
But one thing you did, you always said when I was with him, why would you go be with someone? I don't want you with anyone that's worse than me.
Yeah, because I was a wild cowboy, and you don't want someone that you have mad feelings for, to feel like they're not doing good, you know. And she always doing good, but I don't want to. I'm gonna just say that like feel like she's doing bad, you know. So I will always say, use me as the, what's the word? As the use me as the rate scale.
Yeah.
You know, and so whatever I put you through or made you feel, you shouldn't go below that. Mm-hmm. And if you arguing and he popping up and checking phones, you going,
man,
you got to use me as the example. And that's so, you know, because I'm different, because I'm strong-minded and strong-willed, and I see things from another point of view. And I'm drama-free.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So outside of that, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Well,
I'm vegetarian.
The veggies and potatoes of the situation.
The cabbage.
The cabbage of the situation. How do you feel about the dating situations in Chicago, right? Or I'll say in Chicago, even though I know you travel, but just being in this circle of people, because we've talked about, you do a lot of weddings. You know, he's a DJ. He does a lot of weddings and things like that. And then on the back end, he'd be like, nah, son, they ain't real. It's for social media.
Dating, oh man, it's all bad. And I don't want to be negative on your podcast, but 70% of the dating is not even dating. It's an arrangement. It's like this understanding. It's always a dude with money and a beautiful chick. Mm-hmm. He pays for everything, and that's his job, and her job is just to look good.
Okay. She's
already content with doing nothing, and now it's not even cooking. It used to be, yo, I'm at least cook. Mm-hmm. Come get a plate. Mm-hmm. Now, if you looking at this podcast and you cook for your man, I'm not talking to you. You are in the 5%. I'm talking about the 95% of women. The 95% of women who feel self-entitled to think their looks is enough. Not even realizing that a real man with money want a woman with money.
Yeah.
They haven't even figured that out yet. So they have all these standards, and I mean mad standards, from education to street to protector to baller to go to church to thugged out to not a punk to not too aggressive. They just have all of this jumbled in the pot, and they have nothing but their face and 100 Instagram booty pictures to offer. So the dating scene, before I get off track, the dating scene to me in the club industry, the nightlife industry, is a business. Who got the money? Who looked the best? And they become this unit. And I don't partake in any of that. I don't use my I'm not famous, but I don't use my DJ fame. I'm not egotistical. I'll say DJ fame to get chicks or to
But they do like you because you DJ.
No, they like me because I'm dope. Nah, it's a difference. No, I'm not trying to. No, I'm that dude. I'm that dude. I was always an awesome breakdancer.
See?
I was always an awesome breakdancer. I was always best dressed. I was always super cool. I never got beat up. Never got picked on.
But what if I said all those things about me?
Then facts. But I never ever got.
I mean, I don't have no problem with you saying that, because you have to be confident. You know who you are.
But it's facts. It's not even confident.
It's just, it is what it is. No, but I did ask. It is what it is.
Like, I'm a graph writer. I'm a DJ.
He's a creative.
Right. So I always was fly. Even if you see a picture of me from whatever age, I was always fresh. I was never corny. So women are attracted to me because I'm dope. Okay. Even if I wasn't a DJ,
they was gonna be attracted
to me
because you're a graffiti artist.
Right? No, I was just dope, and my life is art. So my life is art. So some women that animal magnetism brings in a certain type of moment. And I was always never the thirst bucket. I was never ever attracted to women who didn't like me back. You get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of men lose. They go hunt, and what the people say today, out of their lane, out of their lane, out of their neck of the woods. They're going to hunt a grizzly bear, knowing they don't have the right artillery to capture that bear. So I always been cool, and that's why women were attracted to me. So I never fell into the have to play the sugar daddy or the big willie or live up to someone's expectations just to date them. Okay. Every time I see you, we gotta go have $300 dinner. Every time I see you, I gotta give you $500. Every time I see you, I gotta pay for everything. That's whack. I'm not even attracted to those women, no matter how they look. That's whack. That's just a beautiful box with a bow on it, and it's empty. So I feel sorry for the dudes that get caught into this dating game. But being a DJ, being in the club, I see it constantly.
You get to see it all.
I see it constantly. I see dudes come in the club. They have no game. They not attractive men, but they're gonna use this to get women. They're gonna come in, boom. They're gonna buy a VIP table. Yeah. $500, $1,000 table. Boom. They're gonna have the bottles. Boom. The number one song gonna come on. They're gonna stand on the couch, hold the bottle up. Bam. They got on their chain, they got on their watch. This is the catch a hoe kit. Okay? So they got the catch a hoe kit, the rope a dope a hoe, right? And it works because now they don't this is what's talking for them. This is their talent. You know what I'm saying? The unlimited income or the frivolous income. And the chick see it, yo, let me holler at you. She gonna holler because she see where he's sitting at, she see what he's drinking. She's really here choosing. And the sad part about it, this is another podcast, is this is the destruction of the party. Because now it's not even a party. Now as a DJ looking at this is not even a party. This is some misconstrued hookup thing when you should be dancing and chilling. Not trying to really, really show out, you know. And then being an old head, when we showed out dancing, or we showed out DJing, or we showed out another way than this bottle in this section. Because once you get this bottle in this section, all of a sudden you got this armor coat on, and you the man. You're the man. And anybody can play that role. Anybody. You get your taxes that week. You get your stimulus check that week. You get that.
Y'all gonna get that hot 600.
Right. You get that insurance check coming in from when you got hit. You know what I'm saying? Right now you the man. But I don't play that game. So to answer your question, the dating scene right now is all bad. It's all bad, yo.
You remember when 50 Cent was your favorite person? Do you remember this story? Do you remember? Remember I was mad at you?
How could you be mad at me?
Cause you're an asshole.
No.
Oh my God. Anywho, do you remember? Well, I'm trying to remember where you was DJing at downtown, and I was friends with this guy who was a basketball scout, and he called me. He said, 50 coming in. No, he said Curtis is coming into town. You know who Curtis is? And I was like, Curtis. He was like 50 Cent. I was like, oh yeah. And I knew you loved all his mixtapes. I was pregnant with Zion, but we was mad at each other. And you loved, all I knew, all you used to play was 50 Cent mixtapes. Do you remember that?
Tell me how many years ago this was?
Zion will be 18 this year.
I do not remember 19 years
You do not remember loving 50 Cent?
I love so many rappers, but I say yeah.
But just his mixtapes before he became, you know, just his mixtapes. When he started with his mixtapes. And he was like, we gotta go out. He was like, we finna pick him up at the airport, meet us down at my house. He was staying in Presidential Towers. I was like, okay. And he was like, where we gonna go? Time you gotta take us out. Da 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 da. We want all 50. Curtis was like, yeah, I'm with all the guys. I'm always the girl that's always with all the guys by myself. All the time. That's just always been my MO. We wanna go to the hottest party. I was like, ding, I know where we're going. You was DJing that night.
I do not remember that.
I'm trying to remember the name of this fucking club you
Biology
DJed
bar?
at. Yes! We came to the biology bar. The VIP was right next to past the DJ booth, right?
Yeah.
You had to step up in that mug. I walked in with them. Dude, there was the scout, the basketball scout was in front of me. He was holding my hand. 50 was holding my hand in the back. And a whole bunch of niggas walking with us. We walking through VIP. You was DJing like, Ricka, Ricka, Ricka.
I remember that.
Man, we got into that VIP. You came up to that VIP booth and was like, come here. I said,
That was so long. How do you remember that?
I don't forget anything.
Wow.
Ladies, when you get a chance to punch a nigga in his gut, punch him in his gut.
Anyway, that's how I feel about the dating scene.
But you brought up VIP sections and
Okay,
stuff. I had
Miss G
to.
Unit. Yeah,
Anywho, well, as far as the dating scene with women, I feel like men think they are the prize now. Men really walk around here like they always want to throw the Bible up, but they never really understand that in the Bible, you don't have favor until you have the woman. Roles have reversed now. Niggas do most selfies, oh look at me, with their foot raised up, taking a pic, than women do. And I feel like the roles have reversed now. And they don't treasure women anymore. And I really hated that women give them that power.
I'm glad you said that. Because
women give them that
power.
Women give them that power.
Yeah.
And someone like me, I know who I am. I'm confident in who I am. Long hair, short hair, no matter what. I don't care. I've always been confident in who I am. And it's hard. And I'm always around the guys. So it's like I'm picking up stuff from all the guys. I'm listening to how they dogging women out. I'm listening to how they talking about y'all. I'm listening to all this, not just be sitting there like, I'll never want to be the subject of that conversation. So I will never, ever, 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 ever play myself with niggas. Never, never,
well,
never.
Well, you in the 5%. But a lot of women play themselves out because a man is going to do what you allow.
Yeah.
And so it becomes easy now to catch a woman. Catch a woman is so easy.
You can just catch a woman with your car.
Yeah.
And you probably ain't even got no money in your account, but he rolling.
You can, even worse, you can catch a woman if your Instagram got a lot of followers.
If your
Instagram, if you got a lot of dope, say you really ain't got nothing going on, but you just take dope pictures.
Okay.
Right? You in the washroom mirror, you leaning outside on your car, you at this restaurant showing food because no one eats, right? Everybody eats just oodles and noodles all day. Right. So you got to take a picture of your food. You just got to. Because no one has had chicken.
No one has had chicken.
No one has had macaroni and cheese. No one has had a lamb chop. Nah.
Now, I am guilty of taking pictures of my food when I'm out.
I've never, ever took a picture of any food.
I am guilty of that. But it's not because I'm saying no one has ever had. It's just like, this my shit. Y'all need to try this.
Now, that's different. Now, for the people that's watching this podcast and say, yo, I take a picture of my food, word bugging. No, you're saying, yo, come to this restaurant.
Yeah.
They got the best spaghetti, word up. But it's other people I'm talking to that just be showing like, yo, hot dogs, yo, and plain Lay's potato chips. Mm-hmm. No one cares, B. No one cares. But before we get off topic, the topic is Instagram pictures that get you a chick. You know what I'm saying? And this false, fake sense of reality, this fake narrative that people put out there that they this big willy, and the social media give people this liquid ego.
Ego.
Meaning it's not real. It's just add water, stir.
Okay.
Drink it. I got this ego.
But why are people succumbing to that though?
Because women are succumbing to that because this is all they require. All they require is entertainment. Yeah. And I'll elaborate. Meaning that all you got to do is show a chick that you go out.
Oh,
Don't
God.
travel. Don't travel. Oh, you really got it.
Man, it's some.
Don't travel. Don't be in Louisiana one day and Atlanta the next.
What that
And
mean?
then Memphis the next and Detroit.
Oh, she'll do anything.
And, oh my God. You change the time zones. You all literally just those her seeing those pictures.
That's not even going nowhere though.
Exactly. But
It's leaving
to
the
some
city.
women, we're not talking about the 5%. We're talking
Okay.
about everybody else. So
Okay.
if you're not in this 5% women, if you're not in this 95%, ladies, I apologize. But it's 70% of the job is done.
Okay.
So when you slide in her DM, or when you pop up to where she at, she'll be like, "Oh, that's you. You be wrong, and then you was wrong, and then you was wrong." Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you really got on the hook. So I stay away from that. I just stay away from that. I don't post nothing. I don't post nothing. Flyers and graffiti.
You
That's
don't
it.
post nothing. You ain't got no thirst trap pictures on your page. I have to go look.
Zero.
But what you may not think is thirst trap.
Listen, I don't have any thirst traps.
Do you
Personally,
got
I don't.
labels? You wear labels? Oh, yeah.
I am
So
materialistic. I'm
that's he's
materialistic.
very materialistic.
But I'm not a drinker. I never smoke weed.
I remember when I had
Everybody-
Zion and he told me all he wanted her in was in Ralph Lauren. I'm like, she
What?
gonna be in Gap.
Nah.
But she was in Gap and she was in Ralph Lauren.
But my thing is everybody got a vice.
Yeah.
And my vice is clothes. Because that's another topic, another podcast conversation. I didn't have shit growing up. So
Okay.
I'm having it now. You know, and that goes from toys to BMX bikes. This is some kind
Yes.
of, it's some kind of a second childhood thing. But I know it and I accept it. And I want it. I want to be fly. I have pro wings.
You have what?
Pro wings. Payless shoes.
Oh.
Venture. Zell. Yeah, I had nightmares about like not having shoes in the 80s as a kid because remember Zare, the store Zare?
Like a Kmart, right?
Yeah, they had a bootleg Reebok and it was called Olympia. And the sound was this, Olympia. I think this was the O and it said Olympia. And in like 6th grade, we went to lunch and that's when all the kids could finally talk.
Show their clothes and stuff.
And talk and whatever. So it looked like the regular high top white Reebok because all of the Pro Wings, Olympias were copies
Now I'm finna look these up.
yeah, please,
I'm gonna give me a
Olympias.
pen.
They were the bootleg of whatever was popping, and that
Okay.
the shoe that was popping that time was a Reebok, a high top Reebok,
Okay.
white with the 2 stripes that went down in a little bubble right here, Reebok. So I'm in line, boom, and everybody looking because I got on those shoes. They gleaming white, and they're like, "Oh,
Are they Reebok?
they like, oh," and believe me, I went to school on the west side of Chicago. It was very, very poor. So this was the highlight of the week. Someone's new,
Walking up to the pencil sharpener showing your fit off.
or in the lunch
Or in the
line.
lunchroom.
Right. This is everything. So everybody in line, get downstairs, boom. They like, "Oh, Raphael got on a new Reeboks." So literally, I don't lie. I know liars say I don't lie, but I'm telling the truth. This is facts. They ran over there and they look, and the guys look and bend down, and it said Olympia. Boy, first of all, I'm gonna be honest. They didn't laugh at me. I was very tough. I was very tough. I was very tough. I was very gang affiliated. Okay, I was sorry. So they just kind of fell back, but they laughed, and I remember that. I remember that feeling, and so I had to do what I had to do to get shoes. Because one thing that I never told you, my mother never ever bought me a name pair of brand shoes.
Really?
Never ever. One time for 7th grade, my mother said, first of all, the whole LL Cool J had the whole world on fire.
Okay.
And so my mom said, okay, you can get a pair of name brand shoes, either for your birthday or for back to school.
Okay.
Pick one. So I said, no. I said back to school.
Because they had to be fresh.
Yeah, school on the west side in the 80s was no joke. Just like I'm sure the south side, especially the south side.
Well, I went to school downtown. I went to Holy Name.
I went to Nathan.
Oh, Chicago State.
I went to Nathan R. Goldblatt on Jackson and Keeler. That's the west side. Right off Madison.
Well, in elementary, because you're talking about elementary.
I'm talking about elementary.
Oh, elementary, I was in Indiana.
Oh,
so I went to Roosevelt Rough Riders, to my people that's watching me.
Well, I went to Goldblatt on the west side.
Okay.
So this is not high school.
Okay.
I should have said that. But so she got me. I picked a pair of Troops. When LL Cool J is standing on the bed, on the album bed, LL Cool J standing on the car, leaning on the school. This Troops at LL Cool J. Right. He had they gave him his own shoe, which they never talk about. He had LL Cool J jackets and everything. Yep. They never. That's mad. He never brings that up. They only bring up Run DMC Adidas. They never bring up LL Cool J Troop. Wow, that's deep.
We gotta look them up too. I'm on eBay.
And so we went to on Madison, right in Pulaski, and we got me a pair of Stonewatch Levi's, and I got the Stonewatch LL Cool J Troops, and we put them in the layaway, and they stayed in the layaway for like 5 months, and then I got them out for school, and I kept those Troops till my mother kicked me out when I was like 16. She threw them away, but I kept them as house shoes. Yeah, so shoes was important. I am materialistic before we get off the topic of dating and what attracts women to date in 2021.
Almost. Yeah.
In a few days. But I'm just not with it. I only have a lot of negative things to say.
So do you think men take advantage of that?
Yep. They love it. This is the only time
men take advantage of y'all being lonely and thirsty and wanting to be seen. Men. And if I was a pimptress, I would take advantage of that too. Because I hang with all the guys.
I don't think it's one woman and then 95%. Not the 5% of you good women, queens out there.
I don't believe it's only 5% though.
You believe it's higher or less?
I think it's more. I think it's more of a me out there.
No, because let me tell you why. If you meet a dude that look good, watch this. You meet a dude who look good. Let me tell you how times change. You meet a dude who look handsome.
I run.
You go on a date with him, right? One date. He show you he ain't crazy. He show you he's civilized. He can eat with his mouth closed.
You fall in love.
And he can pay for. He pay for the bill. And he leaves a good tip. It's a nice restaurant with a menu that's not written in marker on the wall.
Right.
One day, we have a conversation with him for about 5 days. That 6th conversation, if he asks you to go out of town with him, you going. That's all it takes. That's 7 days. One good date.
Damn.
4 good conversations. The 5th conversation, let's go out of town. You going. And now it's so normal that it seems like I'm bugging. Because it seems like that's what it's supposed to be. It's not. You're supposed to court a woman. You're supposed to court
90 days. 90 days.
It ain't got to be 90. It ain't got to be 90. But you're supposed to court her with enough time for her to feel some type of connection and comfortable. It's not like that nowadays. Now, if you're in that 5% of queens, I'm not talking to you. But there's the other 95% of women right now who will go. Why? Because you get to stunt for social media. You get to put your feet behind the seat in the airport. You get to take a picture with the airport pillar behind you and say, lames catch flights, we catch feelings.
No.
You got...
No, the other way around.
Lames catch feelings, we catch flights.
Yeah.
See, I'm out the loop. So, or I had to change time zones. You know what I'm saying? You bum. See, so the social media has lowered the standards of women tremendously. And now it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
But it's me watching men on social media, it makes my stomach hurt. Because the more I see them on social media showing off, I'm like, nigga, when do you have time to make money? Because you won't hear so much, talking so much shit that ain't about nothing. When do you get time to get your fingernails dirty? Niggas don't even know how to change tires no more. Don't know how to change oil no more. You know, I can see if you're a nigga that's gonna be like, oh, but he can pay for it. But there's a lot of niggas be like, I don't know.
That's facts.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, what happened? Like, that don't even turn me on. You can't tell. Only thing that's gonna turn me on, you can pay for it to get done, or you know how to do it. A lot of niggas be like, I don't know. Damn, that's fucked up.
Well, that's not a lot of I feel you, and I side with you, but for the sake of saving men right now,